Hi there, hope you're doing well. Martin here, founder of Paradigm Shift. I'm going to give you a quick tour of our accounting certificate level on-demand course. So on the left-hand side, you can see all the different parts of the course, and there are many, but don't worry, each one is quite quick to complete. I'll come back to those in a moment. That's what we call the path, so that's just the way that you should proceed through the course. Would also point out at the bottom, don't forget to do this if you buy the course. We've got long form questions for P&L and SFP and a statement of cash flows. We've gone into all of the available examples in the question bank and debriefed the questions and the answers in full to show you what they like to test and where to get all the figures and that kind of thing. So as well as the path, you also have the discuss tab. At the moment, at the time of recording, we've only just launched the course, so nobody's asked any questions, but you can ask anything there. Send us an emoji if you want. But yeah, so that's available. And then the first few sections is really just how to use the course. And we've got some content on sustainability because that's been added in. A bit on the ACA and technology that's come in this year. Then we go through the syllabus updates. Free bit there for one of our books, ACA Playbook. First main thing I wanted to show you was the condensed workbook, where we've written our own version of the workbook, but in a much briefer fashion, basically all bullet points, but indexed back to the original ICAW materials so that you can refer back to that. And one of the trademarks really for the way we do things is we always give you loads of questions. So you've got the condensed workbook PDF there, and then we've got loads of short form questions just on the condensed version. Let's pick just randomly chapter 7. And I'll show you what it looks like. So this gets you actively working with our condensed version of the workbook through the short form questions. Now, obviously, we realise these are not the same as the exam with the multiple choice questions, but it's really just to revise and prepare. And these are probably harder than multiple choice because you get no hint at the correct answer. So the condensed workbook there, really useful. And then for each chapter, hopefully you can see we have a set pattern. We have the turbo revision videos, which as you can see are just a minute, 2 minutes maximum. There's 1:48 seconds, so nice and quick, hence the name. And that quickly goes through, the way things work in the workbook. So it's, basically a kind of PowerPoint, but going in a diagram form. So really quickly revising the content. That's the turbo revision videos. Then, as I just said, we always have lots of questions on everything. We think that is just the best way to learn, actively work with the content, get things wrong. That really helps you learn things. So we have both the quick fire questions. I'll show you those quickly. You can start these. These are online. So just kind of presented in this format. That's called the quick fire questions. But then we also have the short form questions. Let me just leave that section. These are a bit like I showed you earlier, but this is on the full workbook, not just the condensed version. So loads of questions to do. And then we have some talk-throughs for each chapter where we've gone into the question bank, picked out the trickiest questions, and we go through those. So we basically have 3 sections for each chapter. That's how we end up with so many sections, but just going into turbo revision videos, again, that is going to take you roughly about 10 minutes maybe to go through that. If you could double speed it if you want. And then we've got loads of questions to do, so that'll take us a bit of time. And then we've got the talk-throughs. That chapter, it's quite a long one, 35 minutes there. But it's not like we've got hundreds and hundreds of hours of stuff. We like to split things down, and that way you can dip in. If you don't have 3 hours to revise, you've only got half an hour, you can dip in, do something meaningful, and tick it off. And that's it, really. So as I said again earlier, we've gone through all of the long-form questions. Wasn't much fun. And we also give you the marked up PDF because in the debriefs we go through, we give you some tips, explain a few things, show you where the workings maybe aren't as clear as they should be in the question bank. We show you quick workings as well to speed things up. So you can download those PDFs for reference as well. So that was fun going through all of those and then done the same thing for statement of cash flows there, which luckily not so many questions to do. So that's it. Hopefully that's useful and you understand a bit more what's included. If you do have any questions, then please let us know.